Hey everyone, it's Libby from maighstirtarot. I'd like to acknowledge the Tiatiawa First Nations people on whose traditional lands these videos are made, and welcome to you, your guides, my guides, and the universal energies. Absolute pleasure to have you joining me here today. Just going to put it out there, if I disappear for a day somewhere along the way, that's just because I might wake up one morning and just say, I don't feel like adulting today. As you know, as everybody is feeling, the energies around the world are incredibly difficult. The European leaders are coming out and saying, oh, this is going to be interesting with, well, they're basically admitting that it's going to be incredibly difficult to deal with the Trump administration. In Australia, our Treasurer has come out and said, yeah, we're pretty sure, we think, we kind of perhaps hope that we can make it work. Um, what I do feel, I'm not actually going to read on this today, but I'm just going to say what I feel is going to happen is that if the Trump administration is inaugurated in, the rest of the world is going to put up barriers to protect themselves. And what will happen is trade between the US and a lot of these other countries will cease to the detriment or slow down to the detriment of the US, and the rest of the Western world will open up new markets within itself and new agreements, etc. It's almost like I can see like a wall around the US, and the rest of trade is just happening around it. You know, Canada to Australia to India to Europe, the UK, to various African countries and Asian countries, etc. It will just continue around. It is a worry for those that are in the US. I completely understand that, and I will keep saying that you need to do what you need to do for you. Know that you have done what you needed to do. Put the anxiety and the worry to the side of the road. Make a list of knowing you can pick it up at any time if you want to, and I guarantee you won't. Make a contingency of various scenarios that you could undertake, and then again put that again by the side, noting that you can pick it up if you need to, and then we will see what is happening as we continue down this timeline that I really honestly feel like we're not supposed to be on. Okay, however, it is causing a really painful birthing experience, which is going to bring in something new. Just when is I keep getting reminded, no clock and no calendar in the universal energies. But what I want to have a look at right now is the Kursk region in Ukraine. Netanyahu and the Kremlin have been highly emboldened by this election result. Gee, not one would think that they maybe had a hand in it because it's massively to their benefit. I did get it wrong. Tariffs were brought in 2018, but what also really frustrates me, which sent a lot of farmers to the wall, yet the lesson wasn't learnt about tariffs in the US. But what also really frustrates me is that Biden and Harris are getting all this blame about what's happening in the Middle East at the moment. However, it was during Trump's administration that the embassy was moved from Tel Aviv to Jerusalem, that Trump basically gave the Israelis, full authority over the sites that were sacred to many religions, and had been promising that Netanyahu could have Gaza. So what's going on in the Middle East was very much set up by Trump and his administration. However, what I want to have a look at is, because I got a vision on this last night, the 50,000 voters, they voted for Harris as I split the deck, the voters and Harris. But that's not what I'm looking at. The 50,000 troops that are in the Kursk region, the Russian and North Korean troops. Now, the vision I got last night in regards to this, the voters are being held hostage at the moment in the US. This is critical time for the entire world. The Okay, I've got a couple of hits because I just noted something I noted down, is that when Trump is, if if Trump is inaugurated, then one of his first acts will be to lift the sanctions against Russia. But what I did get, the 50,000 troops in the Kursk region, North Korean troops and Russian troops. The vision I got now, I know yesterday was Remembrance Day, 11th of the 11th. I was a bit busy at 11 a.m., so I forgot to stop for the minute and remember, but I am very conscious about uh, we have Anzac Day, which is a hugely sombre Memorial Day in Australia. I know it was interesting actually that it happened on Remembrance Day. I got the clearest vision of the Russian and North Korean troops charging. It looked very, I'm going to say World War One Western Front type thing with shades of World War Two, charging what felt like, and I'm getting that this is more just an analogy rather than a actual vision, but it felt like they were charging the machine gun nests and just piling up. It just felt like going for the slaughter. Now Biden is desperately trying to get the money to Ukraine that was promised by that was authorised by Congress. So there's no new money going to Ukraine. This is money that was already set aside to go to Ukraine, but it was supposed to be sent to Ukraine over, a staggered period of time. Biden's trying to get that all over there before there's a change of government. But let's have a look. Show me what's going to happen using my Gilded Tarot Royale. Let's have a look. There's 50,000 combination Russian North Korean troops. I think about 11,000 or slightly more are North Korean. But show me. I mean, these troops, they're fighting with equipment that's Korean War, World War II era. They don't have. Okay, I'm getting there is a urgency to get this over and done with before winter sets in. But show me, show me, show me the fate of these troops. Show me the fate of these troops. Just feel anguish. Show me the fate of these troops. Like, I'm seeing anguish on the battlefield. For the comrades, the fellow. I mean, at the end of the day, these people are human. They're humans. They have wives and mothers and children, and they're there for the greed and ego of just a few men. Show me the fate of these troops. Oh gosh, feels incredibly. Oh, that was my mum coughing. If you heard that, that's not my guys. Come on down. The troops. The fate of these troops. Do I need to go any further? Wow. And I'm talking about the 50,000. Oh boy. Picking up the weapons of war off the battlefield, the fallen comrades, the painful loss. Gosh, is some even riding in like light brigade horseback rather than on vehicles? I mean, this doesn't feel like a victory to the Russians and the North Koreans. At the foundation, the Biden administration, potentially, or it could just be the negotiator, the diplomat and the negotiator at the bottom there. In the past, we've got the Ace of Pentacles, the strengths, bringing forth a new opportunity, a powerful new opportunity in the past, but it's in the past. Crowning the reading, the battlefield of death. Death is going to be busy. This is going to be a turning point in the near future. Externally, assistance, working together, teamwork. Internally, desertion is what I'm getting there. Spy in the camp, desertion. It's also a very determined young warrior there as well. I wonder what the age of these soldiers are. Getting forged in fire out of that. Forged in fire. I wonder if these are... I'd love to know the age of the Russian forces, whether they're just incredibly young and idealistic. Let's keep going. Hopes and fears. It's a really difficult uphill slog. I'm talking about the 50,000 troops. They're burdened with their equipment. It's an uphill slog. It's chaos. The outcome, shining a light, trying to find the path forward. And then we have balance and strength, moderation, finding balance. It might be a peace negotiation and strength as there's a harsh truth being presented here. Oh boy, on the base we've got the jigsaw puzzle pieces, but we've got the 5 of Pentacles and then we've got the 7 of Swords, and it's going to be really emotionally devastating, overwhelming. Okay, I don't think this looks good for the 50,000 troops. If you can hear a voice in the background now, my mum's down the hallway watching some videos. It sounds like it might be one of mine from yesterday. I hope not. So, yeah, yes, there will be losses on the Ukrainian side, awful losses, but it really feels like these troops, due to the toxic addiction, ego of one person, he's prepared, or the Kremlin, they're prepared to, and Kim Jong-un, prepared to throw him into the fire. I don't know what to say. Ukrainians, Slav Ukraine, defend your country, protect your country. I hope a number of these troops will lay down their arms and surrender, because it really does feel like that they are going to be charging into... Now, it's not going to be quite so simple. There will be losses on each side. I can't look at that card. The Devil, a new beginning, given the extent of loss. It's not going to be quite as simple as 50 troops charging into a machine gun nest and being laid bare, but it's got those vibes about it. Okay, love to you all. Take care. Bye-bye.